Good morning, guys. Okay. Good morning, everyone.
Don't mind me listening to music.
Mm-hmm. So I'm live also on YouTube now. This is Spy. So try to alert Spy on time. Hopefully, some people actually code that. So this is this is what I had in mind yesterday. Something like that. So I don't know whether this is gonna happen or not. Uh, you know, let me just alert now. Okay. I just need to make sure that um, you can alert this. Okay. You can see me and hear me well, guys.
And if now we want to bring through 330, if this market does try to come back, and we kind of, when we look at the cues, we actually, and again, those of you guys that were
Okay. So let's see what's going on now. So this is the US 500. Okay. So obviously we are in a bearish trend. That's a 5 minutes. Okay. There is a possibility that we can take puts again when it actually reaches this level here. Once it reaches here, we can try puts again at this level here. It's gonna be reflected on the same side here on SPY. So SPY is kind of a mirror of the US 500.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, so this is kind of the resistance here, guys. So if you there's a possible play here that you can take puts at this level here. Okay, that's gonna be your stop loss if it broke above here. As you can see here, the resistance started to react to the price. I'm not sure if you guys got my watch list or not. We do have some critical data this week, especially the CPE, and from the earnings point of view, we got Nvidia. I think that the entire market is waiting for Nvidia. So here, if you're watching this, let me actually go back and check my watch list. So just mark this level here, guys, on SPY. Let's check QQQ. QQQ is going to be very similar. QQQ here, a short position could be taken at this level. No, this is a long position. Short position can be taken here. Okay. With some kind of a stop loss. I would say maybe you can stop loss here or here if you're more aggressive for QQQ, but you can start it just around this level. That's in the QQQ side. Yeah.
SPY looking like it's rejecting really nice off the EMA.
Yeah, I mean, EMA here is going to act as a resistance. The point here is that we don't know how much or how powerful the EMA is, right? Looking at the MACD here, it seems that the selling pressure is a little bit weakening a little bit, but still working as we expected. So I'm gonna find the same thing here exactly, guys. If you took my advice here, it on SPY, it touched that level and then started to go down again. Now it might not look very very big of a win right now, but again, a win is a win. So this is that position here, and if you took that put, guys, when I alerted it a few minutes back, you should be in profit now. Okay, as you can see, it's still going. This is again 5 minutes on SPY, which is very equivalent to, see, exactly at the same level that I have marked. That was easy. Again, guys, when we say that we are going to take a short position, you can take any put that you would like. It depends on your reading for the Greeks. I mean, if you want to do options, so as you can see, that's very clear. I mean, here, exactly from here, it's just perfect. That's zero. This is almost 20% if you took that on anything. Right, so now we will see actually when it's gonna stop, because now let me draw for you the fibs, because I expect, so this trade should be done here in like 5 minutes. You take your money and get out. Okay. But still, I believe that EMA here is gonna act as a strong resistance for a while till we have a really strong buying pressure to break it to the upside, which is not, so far is not really happening. So I really think that we will stay bearish till the Nvidia earnings. So if you have like runners, you can keep them running. If you already close your your position. Congratulations. I want to have a look on the watch list that I sent out yesterday. And if you guys don't see my watch list or you can contact me, I'm going to leave my email for you here, as I know that some people sometimes have questions. So write it down if you don't have me on your server. If you have me on your server, you know how to communicate with me. If you don't, just send me an email. Okay, so let's go one by one. So this is ACT. Oh, that's fine. This is done. Okay, so let's go for Amazon. So Amazon had, I mean, I think that most of the magnificent seven are going to behave in a similar way, more or less, at least for today morning. But overall, the landscape is still bearish. So I would really think a lot before taking calls before the Nvidia earnings. I would stay bearish for a moment. This is the general sentiment of the market, and we have to follow the trend. Okay. Now, as you can see, even it's trying here. This is the pullback. It's trying to push through the EMA. I guess it's gonna be like a tough job. It could happen. Of course, nothing is impossible. But again, we have these two levels here are strong. That's for SPY. But for Amazon, what about Amazon? So Amazon, if you want to, this is the 10 minutes, which is going to be very similar. In the 10 minutes, you can wait for this pullback. I know that many people couldn't catch this drop to the downside, which is fine. That's very fine. You can't catch all the moves. So I think that somewhere at this area, if Amazon can reach that level again, you can also have another good short position here. And again, you can always scale in. You don't have to buy everything at once with the entire size as per your strategy. You can buy one at a certain level, like you can buy one here at this resistance, you can buy another one here at the EMA, and you will have a nice sweet average. That's a 10 minutes here. If you want to go to the 15 minutes, it's going to be somehow similar. Okay. You know, so this could, you can take for the end of the week. My advice is to try to close your positions before Nvidia's earnings. So as we speak now, actually it's going down as we speak. Having a look again on the SPY is trying again the same level here. If you're still in the puts, you probably would exit now at break even, but I think that it's going to hold for some time, but there's also a very strong possibility that we will consolidate around this level here, and consolidations are not good for options trading, so be aware of that. So again, this is the second attempt to go to this level. Again, another rejection to the downside here. This proves our theory that it's trying, but it's struggling. Now, the way I see it is that, as I said, there might be some consolidation, or what we call the range trading. Okay. So it's gonna pick a couple of levels and keep playing between them, because there is no real catalyst to go up. Okay, there's no real catalyst to go up at all. The entire landscape is not bullish, at least for the last few days. But also with the very big push to the downside in the mornings. Usually the mornings, there are these are all orders pending from extended trading hours. So after all of these orders are fulfilled, the market will be like indecisive for some time. So I really don't like to trade these kind of shoppy markets. It's not very good. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna try to switch the sector. If S&P 500 or Nasdaq are not really making any big moves. So here also, guys, see still, if you guys got QQQ shorts, they're still in action here. EMA is acting as resistance here. It's trying, and it cannot. If you draw your fibs here, you'll find that this fib level is still holding very well, and that position should be still profitable. Okay, and guys, you of course here I'm not giving like exact signals because I'm live with you, so it's gonna be really very challenging multitasking to take the trade and then alert and give updates. So I'm giving you the general idea here, and you have to take the trades on your own and manage your positions yourselves. But this is not our first time live, so you know what I'm talking about. So when I draw here a short position, you know that you should take puts. So QQQ puts, same thing for SPY puts, still valid trades. Whether you took them the first time, the second time, should be both profitable. Now Amazon, again, see, we just talked about Amazon again. Also Amazon is a profitable position here if anybody took Amazon. Okay, it's gonna move slow, yes. The profits are not gonna be huge, yes, but at least you have more than one choice, you have more than one ticker, and it depends on your trading speed, trading confidence, and contract that you actually choose. If you choose like in the money or close to the money, you should realize the profit quicker. If you, for safety reasons, risk management, if you went out of the money, you will see a little bit of profit, but again, you have less risk. Okay. What else? Microsoft, that was also on the list. So before I leave Amazon, in my watch list, I wrote to you guys that possible breakdown below 227.75. So that's exactly what I wrote to you. So below 227, okay, that we already today on Amazon we are already to 113, and I told you that the short-term targets is 226, okay, which has been already taken care of, and 223. Now we can also get all the way to 210 here. If this level here is broken, that 213, you will see another leg to the downside. See guys, that was a successful trade, another successful trade if you took that position that I was talking about. SPY is the same thing. SPY still going on for the second time. Like you could have taken the first trade, now the second trade after the second rejection. QQ, the same thing. So we are successful identifying the trend. We are successful actually in waiting for entries and taking entries, and then mapping out our take profits and the stop loss. Now, as I told you, see here, that is going to be like the range trading that I hate, really. Like you can just keep ranging between those, and that's not very cool unless you know how to do scalping. Okay, so the market really needs a push, either to push below 596, or you need to push above 600. Otherwise, you will find that this is a very boring session. It doesn't mean that you cannot make money. You can still make money with boring session. That's actually fine. It's just that you will have to manage your risk and your size. Okay, next one is Microsoft. Okay, Microsoft, that's the daily. Let's go to the 15 minutes first, see what's going on. So Microsoft had this very big candle here. Okay, if you go to the 5 minutes, I think that Microsoft Microsoft had a gap here in the middle which has been filled. Now it's trying to find support here at that level, which I doubt if it can actually. Let's go historical and see how powerful is this level. Let's go to the 1 hour. Oh, okay. 4 hours. Well, I think it's on Microsoft. I think it's more of a psychological level here at the 400. Like, market likes the this kind of number, 400, 300, 600. So I think it's a more of a psychological level here. Also, it seems that it is the edge of the falling wedge. So here is what we are going to do for Microsoft. Microsoft, we wait for the break of that level. No. So we wait for the break of that level. I mean, it's now, I mean, nobody would have thought about taking that short here with this big candle, but I mean, unless you were watching it, I think that if this level is broken to the downside, that's gonna be a very good short position. Again, short in the puts language is actually taking puts. Okay, and really, if you think about it, it's not actually, when you deal with options, it's not actually that you are shorting that. You're just trying to buy the choice to sell this stock at a higher price than its value. So anyway, that's back to the definition of options anyway. Okay, so again, here I'm not interested to take shorts at this level here in Microsoft. I would really prefer to wait till we close below that level. Only then we will have a very good chance to the downside. Again, this can happen today, it can happen tomorrow. Most probably it will happen if Nvidia missed the earnings, or if Nvidia guidance was not very satisfactory. That could happen. But again, this is another example. You can take a quick short here on, so this is like on maybe the 15-30 minutes kind of thing, but you can take a very quick short here on Microsoft as well if you would like, if it actually went to the EMA here. Okay, you can take a very quick short here. So all of these are ideas for you guys, and if you have questions, you either can chat on YouTube or you can speak if you are on Discord. What's next? Next is Tesla. Okay, as you can see here, Tesla is forming. That's on the daily. That's on the daily. It's forming a huge falling wedge here to the downside. So obviously here on a big time frame, you can, I would say that you can take a short here. That's a daily, by the way. You can take a short here because I know if I put it this way here, it's gonna look different when I zoom in. Yep, that's here. So again, I mean on the bigger time frame, a big short or a big put position, maybe 1 or 2 weeks, maybe even a month, you could think about. That's gonna be horrible. Let me delete this. Okay, let me go back to the 15 minutes at least. You can hear me okay, guys, right? Yes, you can hear me?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, for Tesla, I would say, again, we are bearish, okay? The quick short position would be here, and I'm gonna differentiate between the quick ones by the size of the position, and you can take another one here. I'd say it went there, okay? So you can pick whatever you want, here or here. Now, if you want a swing, I would say here would be a better position for a swing. Now, we need to learn to be patient. Some people force trades. Some people are not patient enough. What we do here, or my philosophy in trading, is that I'm waiting for the price action to come where I expect it to go. So this way I am proactive and not reactive. Okay, some people are reactive to the price action, so they see something and then they will immediately start to react to it. It can work sometimes. There's no issue with that, but this is not everybody's cup of tea, because it needs very strong skills in getting in and out. You need very reliable connection, reliable broker. You need to be 100% focused on your trade, and you need to have a clear entry and exit strategies. So this is not always for everyone, but here what I do here is that I'm trying to teach you how to wait for the trades. So when it goes here, you can take puts, you know what I mean? This could be your stop loss. Same thing here, this could be your stop loss, and vice versa. So all of these are actually very good positions, okay, on Tesla. Now changing a little bit to, so this is Apple. Well, Apple had a good, I would say, a good recovery after hours, and this is because of the news. I think that there was some news that Apple plans to invest $500 billion as a part of AI push, and I would say, hey Apple, congratulations, better late than never. Like, everybody was talking about AI like 2-3 years back, and now Apple out of the sudden discovered that they actually need to go and invest in AI. So Okay. Uh, as I said, better late than never, but I don't know how much this is going to help AI on the long term, because as you can see right now, the Chinese AI systems are getting in cheap, which is actually affecting the market shares, or the future market shares of a lot of companies, US based companies. If the Chinese companies, they have a lot of models today, right? Which came out only in the last 2 weeks, and if they can run these models on cheaper hardware, that's gonna be a big problem for chip makers in the US, right? So as you can see here, guys, that's what I was talking about here. I'm gonna switch back and forth for SPY just to let you see the price action there. As I can see, as I told you, and I'm still at my hypothesis here that this is going to be a boring session today, anticipating the Nvidia earnings. The market is waiting. So that's it. So now we can see that the volume is very low. Okay, volume is very, very low. See the candles, they are still respecting the EMA, okay, going down. There is neither enough buying power to break to the upside, nor enough interest to sell at this level right now. So we will keep on jumping. However, if you are already in the position that we have taken in the beginning of the session, you should be still in profit. But as one of the discipline rules that I teach my students, if the position is taking so long without realizing enough profits, exit, because the theta is going to kill your contract. But again, congratulations if you have taken this position with me, whether on SPY here or on QQQ, or let me see, Amazon we spoke about, or even Amazon here.
What you think about Apple? Apple seems to be the only one that hasn't really tanked.
Well, I mean, as I said, the morning push for Apple is going to be, as you can see here, it's going to be destroyed by the market sentiment. And I was just trying to explain that, in my personal opinion, I think that this investment for Apple coming in a little bit late to the game. Like the announcement itself is good. It might actually help Apple on the short and medium term, but the problem is, if you are deciding to spend right now $500 billion while everybody is looking at trimming down the expenses related to AI, and making sure that it's more efficient, I don't know whether this is something that will make all the investors happy. Like, think about it. The company is pouring its money in something that, a lot of money, and something that everybody else is thinking about cutting costs in, right? So if I'm an investor in Apple, I don't see how this is gonna really boost that stock to the upside, especially that we all know that Apple did not invent anything new in the last 10 years. So I think that the Apple strength comes from their big wallet, big cash reserve. But if they spend now this cash on AI because they came in late, they're gonna be another copy of Intech, for example. Intech, same thing. They invested very late in AI and they got crushed because of this. On the technical point of view, we have actually a double top here, very clear double top here. So if you think about it, they tried, actually the stock tried to break this level here. That's once, that's twice. Now it is stuck here at this level. This is 15 minutes. So EMA is actually making very good support here for Apple. It looks, in general, as I said, it looks bullish, but this is only because of the morning push. But remember what happened last session. Last session, actually, they had a push in the morning and then they lost everything by the end of the session. So it might happen today too. Especially that we lost what has been gained in the first like 30 minutes. The stock almost lost 50. Let's actually put down the fibs here to make it look better. In general, I would, for Apple, especially Apple, I would say that we are in bullish trend. Not very confirmed, but even if I say that we are bullish here, okay. For me today to take calls is going to be a little bit odd in general, but Apple has a chance. Like here, the EMA could actually push higher. But it's going to be again a range trading here. What I expect that even with this candle here is going to be pushed back by the Ishimoku cloud edge here. This is going to act as a resistance. So this is not going to go beyond this. And even if it passed this one, we have a fib level here which can push it to the downside as well, right? So you will need to wait for the next breakout, either the breakout on this level or the breakout at that level. If it broke out here, so I'm gonna change here this position. If it broke out, you can take a long on this side. It looks better when it comes to having a direction at least. It looks better, so you can take calls. But I personally think that the entire sentiment of the market is bearish, and as you can see here, since you asked for it, see that level here, it's struggling with it. This is a 15 minutes. If you want like small scalping position or something like that, that's gonna look different on the 5 minutes, right? So the 5 minutes, it rejected the SMA, but here, I mean the bounce from the SMA, but here it's trying to go and break the EMA. Remember that you had already death cross here on that 5 minutes. So if you are trading the 15 minutes, that's going to be the way to go, I think, because we have now to see, okay, this is 15 minutes, what's going to happen in the next candle, which is 15 minutes later. 10 minutes. Okay, so 10 minutes, that email on 10 minutes actually did a very good job actually in bouncing up from that. So it's still on 10 minutes, it looks bullish. So what did you have in mind? Did you have in mind like calls, or did you have in mind puts?
I'm not biased towards either or, honestly. I would just, you really answered my question. I was really more so asking for like more informative on what you think on. If you think it's going to be stay going the opposite trend of the whole other market, or it's going to eventually correct itself and go the way with all the other blue chips.
Yeah, so Apple is not really, in my opinion, is not really considered as in the same category as like, for example, Nvidia or even Google, because Google, for example, or Amazon, they have a lot of income sources, much more than Apple, right? So they can do well if one of their products are not doing that great. But the problem, I wouldn't say the problem with Apple, but Apple foundation is based on the strength of the company financially. So it's a very strong financially. They have a lot of cash. They have a very big base of customers, loyal customers who are willing to buy new products, even if these products are not really adding much to them, much value to them, but it's a fact, right? So that's from where the strength of the company comes. And as I mentioned, I don't know whether this $500 billion on the long range is going to help Apple or not. Okay, changing sectors here. So here again, that long positions for people interested, you can take a long here. I think that this candle closed green. If we went to the 15 minutes, I actually want, as I said, you can take here that long if we closed above that fib level. So it broke actually through the Ishimoku cloud. It broke down that level. But hey, remember, breaking these levels doesn't mean that we're gonna go higher. Okay, because you can still actually have this trend line, right, connecting those.
I gotta log off for a little bit. I just want to say, shukran, brother. Since I learned your method, since you've been so informative, man, I'm telling you, it's changed my trading 110%.
Yeah, no problems. You are welcome. No problem. Just we need to learn actually how to wait for the price action and not to force the price action. So don't speculate.
Yes, that's my biggest thing. I agree. I definitely be forced to trade sometimes, and that's what
Yeah,
causes me to have
yeah,
red days.
yeah. Don't speculate. Trade what you see and be ready. If we are waiting for something, like we are waiting for Apple here to do something, if it did it, we are ready. We can take the position. We can actually make money. If it didn't, that's fine. We can go somewhere else. We can look for something else. You know what I mean? So here's what we're talking about now. This trend line also is very important. Yeah, and again, this is 15 minutes, so it's very big. However, I'm still waiting for that candle to close. Right? Remember this. This candle is 15 minutes. It's gonna take 15 minutes to close. I actually want to see ExxonMobil. So ExxonMobil actually could be a very good long position for swing. Actually, that's very good. Actually, I would say I would actually alert this quickly. I'm just gonna say here in my alert. And guys, if you do not get my alerts, send me an email. I'm gonna say watch jump for calls if this level held. If 111 level held. So that's something that we can benefit from, and the reason is that this is a very different sector here, the energy sector. So if the tech, and this is the concept of the money rotation, if the tech is actually not doing great, you will find that the money is taken from the tech and they are put somewhere else, either in telecom or in consumer staple or in retail or now in energy. So we'll find that when, and actually while we speak here, that long position is actually making money. That long position here is making money. It actually went from all the way here till here, but I think that this is going to be profitable. Okay, so I'm just keeping this on the watch list. Back to the watch list that I have. Okay, so Airbnb. Oh, okay, good. See that? See Amazon. See again SPY. Still that short position still profitable. QQQ same thing. Still profitable. Apple.
Wow, I'm looking at this gap loop scanner now. T-Mobile.
T-Mobile.
Yeah, the diptraders.net.
T-Mobile. Okay. Yeah, but
What else is
wait. See,
going?
see Apple. See Apple. I was talking about Apple now, right? And I told you guys that that trend line is gonna be actually acting as a resistance as well. See, that's a trend line we're talking about. So I honestly don't think that it's a. I I don't like this. I honestly don't like trading Apple at this range. No, because it's gonna be squeezed into that range between this trend line and that resistance here. It needs a lot of power actually to go up. So I would change here. If you guys didn't take that, I would change this and go actually here. If it can actually go and break that level, Apple, we can take the long here. But if it cannot, I'm not gonna trade it, honestly speaking. Don't think it's a good idea. Okay. Oh, it's starting very slowly. Okay. See, Amazon now actually is at the. If you guys didn't take the first short, you can take another one now. Looks why still dumping here to the level that I told you to take profit here, and whether you are on YouTube or Discord, did you guys anybody took that short position here on any of what we spoke about? Let's see. You said TM. Timos. Yeah, it's doing very well actually. It has been doing. This is what I was just talking about here. I said that the money is gonna rotate, okay, but it made a similar move. Actually, that Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, it made similar move last week, and it went all the way here. So I don't know whether it's gonna continue or not. I would actually wait here. I would wait. Definitely still bullish, but I would wait actually for maybe it to pull back to this level. You know. Yeah, that's what I was talking about here. It's gonna be in a range here. It's gonna be in a range between those two levels. Why? It makes sense to me. There is no enough catalyst to go upside, and most of the selling orders at the sweet level has been or have been already executed. So what I expect by the end of this session is that, and this is what I think is going to happen, is that as a rule, if we can't go up, we go down. So I think that even if we went up all the way on SPY here, maybe to here, we're going to end up somehow like that. But I think that we are going to break down today that level. I think that we're going to break down 596 if we continued in that range. At a certain point, this has to be broken. Anyway, I think that's it for me today, guys. I mean, happy to take your questions now if you have any questions, or you would like to see any chart.